What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Gilgamesh is June's season pass card for the Eternal season, and today we're going to find out, is he a card worth getting? Is he more like Scar and Baron Zemo, or like Blink and Hope Summers and is a must-grab season pass card? Today, I'm going to be testing him in all the unique ways I can think of as I climb up on my way to Infinite to kick off the new season. But first, let's answer who's Gilgamesh. Now, like every other Eternal, he was created by the Celestials over 1 million years ago, and he's known as the strongest Eternal. Now, he possesses a lot of the same abilities as the average Eternal, such as levitation and immortality, with his other powers consisting of flight, telepathy, conjuring up illusions, but he's mainly known for his raw strength. Now, in ancient times, Gilgamesh, the mighty Eternal, roamed the earth, aiding ordinary human beings by overthrowing tyrants and slaying dangerous beasts, and he was actually unaware of his own membership to the Eternals as he quested for eternal life himself. Oftentimes, he was actually mistaken in history for other historical characters that you might know, such as the biblical Samson or, of course, Hercules. Now, Gilgamesh spent many centuries adventuring around with Hercules and other famous figures, and for a time afterwards, he was actually banished in part of the Eternal city of Olympia for kind of unclear reasons by the head of the Eternals. And of course, Gilgamesh was eventually released as he used his fighting abilities to help out the other Eternals in a number of adventures. And he was also an Avenger, but we don't talk about that because this was his uniform, and pretty much everyone hated him in the role. Now, in Marvel Snap, he's a 5-cost 7-power card, which is a little bit below value stat line with a great unique ability of On Reveal. He'll gain +1 power for each of the other cards in play with increased power. Now, this goes for any increased power whatsoever, whether that's through an ongoing effect, a location, a permanent effect, you name it, Gilgamesh is going to benefit from it. And right away, that's where Gilgamesh is going to kind of benefit. He's going to fit into a lot of archetypes, or at least in theory he can, because even things you don't think of, such as Venom and Carnage, or discard cards, or Kitty Pryde and Angela, there's a lot of cards that can get boosted up in power. Of course, Captain America and Ant-Man, there's a lot of synergies to break down. But first, let's talk about my first impressions of his star rating. All right, now when it comes to the star ratings, remember, it's day one impressions here. And again, this could age poorly, but I'm not really impressed with Gilgamesh as far as like, hey, you need to get this card from a season pass. There's always going to be the kind of FOMO effect. But Gilgamesh, although he does add to decks nicely at the moment, at least in my initial testing here, yeah, he's not imperative. He's not a card that you have to have. He's a nice win condition. Again, competitive-wise, great on turn 6, can have a nice boost of power, but there's just so many cards now. Something as easy as Sage can boost up quite easily as well. I found his condition a lot easier to achieve than I once thought. A lot of cards, a lot of locations give plus power, and so it wasn't really hard to get good value out of him, but there were times he was just a bit awkward to play. Really have to design the deck to curve out nicely to get the biggest effect from him. Because of all this involved, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt to go ahead and age nicely. I want to give him like a 2-star, I'll be honest, but I'm going to give him a 3-star. I think he will age good over time, but this is one you could probably pass. That being said, though, do look out for the gameplay. You guys are going to see where he does work, and hey, maybe he does age better after day 1. Now, the next rating we have is the fun factor, and yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I think he does achieve that. I'll give him a 4-star here. Anything that can go vertical and has kind of a mini game in a game, right? Trying to win the game, but also getting boosted cards out there is always a good time. The boosted cards can be a bit wonky at times. Things like Shadow King exist, obviously. Overall, it was pretty fun to play with, though, as we go into the flexible rating. And this is a tough one because he can kind of fit into a lot of decks. Makes me want to give him a 4, but the way that it needs to curve out, the way you need to boost things, I'm going to give him a 3.5. Technically, you could just do Blue Marvel in him, and you're probably looking pretty good to go. However, there's just decks that didn't work that I thought might, and so probably 3.5 star in overall flexibility is what Gilgamesh is going to get for now, at least until we get something like Fastos. And then lastly, the adjustment factor. I don't think he's going to get anything adjusted on his on reveal, but they could bump him up a power point. I do see him becoming maybe a 5-8 if he's a bit underwhelming and hard to deliver in. But they usually nail these season pass cards, and they don't typically change all too much outside of a couple old ones. But yeah, I'm thinking Gilgamesh probably is a 4-star in that he will get a buff eventually, but as of right now, he's going to be that 5-7 stat line. So in case you're not catching on, yeah, I probably, for now, if you're on the fence, you could probably wait, right? But let's talk about where he does work and what synergies I like. Now, first of all, no question about it, MVP synergy, Blue Marvel. You only really need Blue Marvel to get his effect, right? You can do all this other stuff, Iron Heart, and you can have like a, an Ant-Man boost up. At the end of the day, Blue Marvel is going to boost up everything that you play down, and Gilgamesh is going to be getting the most profit from that, right? Now, I can list all the boosted cards. We can do that here in a second. Other things I like with him, I think he really elevates Zoo. He gives you an alternative option in the archetype. Naturally, things like Sunspot, Ant-Man, Hawkeye. These are all cards that boost up. Nebula, Nico. They can boost up on their own merit, so that's really nice to kind of just fit into the archetype. Even something as Shauna to Kazar can really boost up everything all around. You've got great Patriot cards. Things like Dazzler, obviously, aka Taylor Swift. Patriot decks with Ultron already are having the same game plan, so that's going to work with Gilgamesh and what he's trying to do. Maybe go with Invisible Woman. You're going to see some deck examples in a second. I do like Thanos, too. I think Thanos is actually kind of wonky, but does work out. If you watch the snapshot, I think, you know, Spectrum decks and maybe some Supergiant synergy there where Taskmaster does exist. Kind of interesting on how that could work. Kitty Pryde and Angela decks with Elsa is just a natural fit for the card as well. Anything you can think of, Silver Surfer, things that boost cards is going to help Gilgamesh. But because of wanting one cost to play with them, I just found that kind of these cheaper decks like Zoo is his best home. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the decks. And we actually have a few for you guys today, just because there are a couple of different builds we can put Gilgamesh into. And some are going to have more new cards. Some are going to be a lot easier to play with if you don't have all the new cards. And we're going to start with that, though. We're going to start with what I like to call Zoomesh. And this is going to both use tomorrow's spotlight or featured card that I'll talk about in Athena in a Zoo package here. And guys, this deck was a lot of fun to play on my way up to Infinite. Again, we've got a lot of these one cheap cost cards that can boost themselves. Sunspot, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Kitty Pryde, Nebula, and Nico all can either give boosts or boost themselves, making it awesome and very advantageous for Gilgamesh, even if we don't get the Blue Marvel. Now, obviously, Angela is great with any of these cards, as well as Thena, both of which you can expect to power up a good amount, and most of the time over 8 power, which is ridiculous for a 2-cost card. Thena right now, I believe, is bugged. We'll talk more about that later, but it's bugged for the good, not the bad. And then really all you're doing is you're playing down your cheap 1-cost cards, you know, preferably playing something like Nebula to put pressure on first. And you're trying to play 2 cards at a time to get Thena up, and at the same time, boost your cards late game with the Kazar or Blue Marvel. We're almost always going to want to play Gilgamesh late on turn 6 alongside one of our 1-cost drops. And with all the cheap cards, we have a very discounted Sasquatch, which I still believe is a very good card, especially in this particular build. And we have a lot of different play lines to kind of adjust to if we want to. A lot of flux ability here as well. If you don't have Thena, the newest card, you can always go with something like Bishop, which is not a bad play there. If you don't have Sasquatch, you can go with Cole Obsidian. Both are just good replacements. If you want to replace any of these, you can go Shauna, although it's a bit crazy at times. And then, of course, Squirrel Girl is always good with a Mockingbird if you want to go that route. So a lot of different ways to utilize this particular package. A lot of 1-cost drops you can also flex into here if you don't want to use any of these in particular. But overall, this felt really solid. A lot of great play lines and things that we can do with it. We can go an Onslaught route as well. Tons of flexibility, great power points, and really the only glaring weakness is the obvious Killmonger. And if that's the case, then get the hell out. Now for the next deck here, we've got Patriot Mesh. And guys, this is, you guys know I love Patriot. This is going to have all the boost ability in the Brood and Absorbing Man package. We've got Wasp, we've got Squirrel Girl, and we have Sage, all that can boost up quite easily. Now, Patriot's obviously just a better Kazar in most cases. We can boost up not only Ultron's drones that we throw down, but obviously anything else that is going to be boosted up. Mockingbird is going to be discounted by just about everything that we can play here, and Invisible Woman is really cool for a card like Gilgamesh because we can build them up at the end of the game rather than right away. You're already trying to boost up your cards here for Ultron's, drones coming down, and so just a natural fit for the card. Loved playing something like Invisible Woman into Gilgamesh, and then you play Ultron, get all the drones boosted up, and then Gilgamesh is just massive power. Don't know why I didn't mention Ultron in the Synergy section, but definitely the Patriot and Ultron package is just a great fit for the card. And that's about it for Gilgamesh. I have other decks that I want to showcase, but I thought just focusing on a couple was probably good for now. We're going to hop into the games and show you how he works, how big we could get him, and how important he was to play on our way up to Infinite. Let's jump in. We have Central Park, Nebula. We love the Central Park, by the way. Just free Gilgamesh points with Blue Marvel. Ant-Man, Nebula. Ant-Man, Nebula. We're going to do the classic play Nebula right side and make it awkward for him. Kitty Pryde. Oh my gosh. This is the perfect location, guys, to have fun. Okay, so Nico Ant-Man. Nico's a bit awkward with the demon play now, but also not. Love this. I do want to snap, but we're gonna be patient. We're not going to. This is probably a bad idea to play this down. Probably, yeah. Most likely. So let's play it down. Okay. Kind of want a Kitty Pryde here. Nice. Huge for Nebula. Sunspot, we'll take it. You're going to be a demon now, okay? We're going to go left side with him. Yeah, we'll go left side with him. Want to snap? I do. I feel like he's going to leave, though, so we're going to be cool. Hope Summers. Red Hulk. Yeah, guys, we got this game in the bag. We're going to do nothing on this turn because we can't, and that Sunspot now is about a wash. That's okay, though. So Blue Marvel's going to double up everybody's power, and then we can play Hawkeye and Gilgamesh together. Hawkeye won't get anything outside the bonus, but it'll build up the Gilgamesh. Angela. Alrighty, here comes a good old Red Hulk. Boom. Alright. Ooh. All right, let's play this dead middle. I think I'm going to snap now. I think he feels like his chances are really good to win right now. And they are. They're not bad, but I think ours is slightly better. Because we want him to play Red Hulk this turn, guys. We want him to play the big red now. That way we know where to put the Gilgamesh. Probably going to know where to put him anyway, just from a little bit of math. Don't want to brag. I do have a high school diploma and a college degree, but I don't use it because I'm a YouTuber, which is great when people ask what I graduated in. Hospitality, if you're curious. But yeah, I'm losing. The classic, he's not. He's not losing. He doesn't think he's losing. That's a big card. Okay. All right. Can we win it? Can we win it? Can you dig it? Gilgamesh. So right side, we're looking good. Honestly, I think this is going to win it by itself. Except we're going to do it backwards. We're going to just protect our biggest lane. We don't really need to do it over here, but we're going to. This is going to boost up a ton in the middle as well. And right side's already doing hot with Nebula. So this should win it. If not, we're going to all learn a valuable lesson today as he Killmongers our entire deck. Can we get a cool highlight here, or is he going to retreat? He's going to stay. Oh, he's going on. Whoa.
Taking aim.
Okay. Well, boom. We got a 17 Gilgamesh. Joe, he wanted right side. Here's the cool thing, though. Anything he would have done, we would have won. So, like, yeah, he wasn't going to win that.
Victory.
Nice job. 4-cube win. Gilgamesh actually helped out. But, you know, pretty nice there. And then, obviously, the double Blue Marvel was huge. Ooh, we got a little Space Throne. That's kind of bad. We do have Nebula, too. We have Sunspot. We've got a couple cards there that can make a lot of sense. Let's do Nebula right side, though. The Nebula into Space Throne's always fun. But we're not going to. We have a Thanos Gamer. This is no longer what it used to be, so we don't have to care as much about that. And we have a Noma Roma, which is huge for us. We got Gilgamesh ready to go. I love the idea of playing just Thena onto Space Throne. Not yet, though. Well, I guess so. Why not? He's probably going to end up playing Reality Stone, getting rid of that. But we're going to build that up to just awesome numbers, so I'm not worried about that. That's naturally going to go into Space Throne, but you know what? That's fine. No big deal. I'm going to play both of these into this right side. Hope Summers. Beautiful. And we build up the Athena as well. We could play Sasquatch this turn for just a lot of power in the middle if we want to go that route. And I'm thinking that is the route we're going to go. We already have Sunspot boosted up, so we're okay with that. Gilgamesh could be played into the right side. He's probably going to leave this, but we'll show the aggressive nature of the deck. Gilgamesh is going to go right side here. We play Blue Marvel on 5. We need one of our other 1-drops in this situation. Who is staying. We're fine with this, by the way. Ooh, yeah, this is great for us, actually. It's good for him, too, but... It's great for us for, like, 20 different reasons, man. Sunspot can build up, Nebula can build up. Like, we're looking great. We also have Khazar. We're going to play Blue Marvel. We don't get... We need one of our other 1-cost, but yeah. We also have... Oh, my God. This is so good. Okay. Let's go in the middle here. And here's the great part. Look at our deck. No matter what, we're going to play Gilgamesh and a 1-drop. No matter what. Beautiful. Full Obsidian. Mockingbird. Big power. Big power. We're not going to lose right side. Most likely. He can gain... So a little awkward here. He's going to get this up plus 2 more. But we do have our Nebula, right? So that's going to keep us in line there. So really, we just need to go nice and big here. And we're going to do that like that. Except, guys, don't. Just make sure you play the right order there. Do that. We're also going to get Thena up by doing that as well. This is going to get massive left side. If we draw this, it just doesn't matter because we have so much. He doesn't even fill that location up.
Taking aim.
It's beautiful. Gilgamesh going to 1 billion off a quick count there. Ooh, spicy. Spicy. The Blue Marvel almost caught us off. But we're fine. We got the 18 power in the middle to seal the dubs. Nice win there. Chiseled buttocks. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we've got Nebula, Gilgamesh, Khazar. Let's get Nebula down now, left side. Ham takes out Khazar. That's okay. We have Crimson Cosmos, Sasquatch. Can't play anything yet. We'll wait for now. This is going to hurt us a bit, obviously. We're playing a zoo deck. He steals somebody. Really don't care who he stole, though. I mean, there's a couple cards we'd rather him not have, but that's okay. Let's put her over here, right side. Jeff into Yondu. A little bit of a mill deck here. Not a little bit, a lot of bit. Thena is right side, and here we have our Nico. So... Still kind of awkward. Can't even play 2 cards if we wanted to. We're going to get rid of probably Mindscape at this point. Although I don't think this guy wants my hand, but let's just do this. There goes Sunspot. I mean, I think this is going to be the classic, this is going to be a classic Gilgamesh for the win here. Let's see what we can do, though. Angela. It's comical. We changed this into Mount Vesuvius. That's kind of cool. And here we go, guys. So he can't play into that, so we can win that for sure. We have a lot of cards boosted this way. Just turn order matters. We could also put up a pretty big fight over there, too. I think we can just win this outright. If we play her down and play this to the right, we have a lot of power over here. Gilgamesh is going to build up, and we have Athena as well. I think this is the play. Except I should have snapped because he can't retreat. That's okay, though. He only plays 1 card over there. It's Darkhawk. What a decision. Either way, I think we would have been fine winning this, but he's going to make it that much more easy on us. Technically, we played only 2 cards, though. He does Shang-Chi, but we went second. Didn't matter. He goes to 14. She goes up as well. That was a pretty sweet win, man. Pretty sweet win, if I do say so myself. And what a wild play from this guy. SoCal Brodozer. I wonder if I've seen this guy at Muscle Beach, man. What a name. Okay, I'm not at Muscle Beach, guys. Sunspot, Nebula. We have, like, kind of everything we want, guys. Kind of everything we would want in life. Let's put the Nebula out now. And let's put our Sunspot or Kitty Pryde. Let's go Sunspot. Kitty Pryde, I get it. You can get the 1, but we're going to go Sunspot for now. We could have done Nebula on Superflow, which would have been sweet. But we're not going to. He's got a Nebula, too. We can't lose to Brodozer, guys. I'll be mocked forever. Sasquatch is down a lot. If we play both these, he's 4 again, and we'll have 4 energy, so we can actually just play him outright. Kind of sweet. Kind of sweet. I don't mind the Ant-Man play here. And the Kitty Pryde play here. We're going to snap into this. Green Goblin. We playing a Galactus deck? Now we can't play our Sasquatch. This guy. This SOB. Well. We're gonna have to do this. White Widow. Okay. I guess, actually, this was a stupid decision. We should have just played in the Nebula lane. Don't know what I'm thinking. It's okay. Took my stupid pills this morning. Thank you for asking. All right, we've got the Kitten. We have Gilga. We have Athena. And, yeah, I like this better. I think this is where we do this guy right here. Get Athena up. Protect ourselves a bit from the potential Galactus play. There is Pro X coming at you. We get to throw 3 power in there. We have Blue Marvel. We can still win that. We can still win that lane. Now we can definitely win it. And we have Gilgamesh. This is it. This is killer. Let's go. All right. Is that our surprise in the hole, though? Our ace in the hole? Did we... Nah, we just got to do it now. We're going to play right here. Here we go. Well, bam! Dock off. Pull Gilgamesh. Do it. I dare you. He's out here, dude. There's Gilgamesh coming in hot, and the Ant-Man's boosted. Well, boom! All right, we're good to win the right side, unless he has like a Jeffrey. And we'll just play our big squash now. No way this guy still thinks he can win. I think Doc Ock might need to get like a power point or 2. Maybe at least 1. He's a bit too risky now in the day and age that we live in. Gilgamesh, though, coming up clutch, and we'll take the win. Alrighty, not a bad location to start out. We have Sunspot Ant-Man now. We'll go Sunspot. Kick things off, left side. Alright, Grand Central. Athena. Athena. Do we want to play that now? Probably not. Let's go Angela right side now. Then we're going to play Athena next turn. There's the Nebula we were expecting. Ant-Man. Okay, we're playing something similar. Ooh, Cloning Vats is kind of cool. We're going to go Athena into Cloning Vats. And probably not Ant-Man Cloning Vats, as tempting as that might be. We're going to just go with this for now. Oh, no, we lost Sasquatch, but he stays at a 5. That's the good news. We're going to build that up. We got the Blorval. We're going to also play Athena there, and we're going to play Nebula here, and I think we're going to snap. We're going to build up both these Athenas, which is bonkers. All right, nothing we're not worried about here. Nice. That's exactly what we want. Okay, so I want to do this to boost everything up. If we do this, it's also really good. If we do this, it's also really good too. And then one of these come down here. I guess Kitty Pryde could come down though, and that would kind of suck, right? So this is probably the play. Although double Blue Marvels. Let's do this. Fine. But they don't build up. It's so hard. It's hard to decide. I want to do it all, but not really. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Because mostly, no matter what, we're happy with what we get here. And if it plays another Athena down in the middle, we have just like so much happening for us. Beautiful. huge. Jessica Jones. Kind of pool one deck am I playing here? Look at that, dude. Athena. This might as well be Athena highlight video. That's tomorrow, guys. That's tomorrow. Oh my gosh, we got Gilgamesh. He's gonna leave. We're not even gonna be able to do it. Oh no, that's terrible. He's not winning that side. Oh man, I hope he stays. Stay for the content. Stay for the people. Believe in yourself. Do it for the views. For the content. Oh, he stayed. Why would he stay? It's such a bad decision. Yeah, watch this be like a... Okay, yeah, mine's gonna be a little bit bigger than that. And we're building up all these Thenas, too. Look at this. Gilgamesh is 16, and then... Boom. Beautiful. Absolute perfection. Oh, man, I love climbing on day one. Victory. Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. And pretty nice stuff there. I did cut Shauna from my list. A little bit too random at times. I just always want to play her, but there's just better cards. Alrighty, we kick off the match with a bonus energy. Don't hate that with all the one-cost drops. Nico, stay put. We didn't ask to play you. But we actually are going to play her as we can get 2 Nebulas, which is a lot of early pressure. Oh, man. We can never play the new cards. We can never play the new cards on a new day, but that's okay. We're going to showcase the deck anyway. Okay, we have Morag, and we're going to go play Hawkeye here, and then we will play our Nebula in the middle. We're also going to snap for that added pressure.
Taking aim.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Ooh, we got a Sasquatch, which, funny enough, we can literally play... Well, we got 2! Oh my god, all right. Little awkward, though. We actually have to play here. And now our Sasquatches aren't going to be that discounted, but we continue to put on that pressure. Angela is played out. Man, this is just a bad hand all around, but we're going to go right side here, build up the sunspot, and we can at least play 1 Sasquatch next turn. We do get the Ant-Man, and we have our big ol' Sasquatch now. If we play him here, he goes down to a 6, which obviously isn't too great. If we play him here, it's a lot better. Yeah, let's go with this route. Don't like filling up lanes early, but we're going to do it. We're changing everything into Tinker's Workshop for the bonus energy. I'm definitely okay with that. Especially because we can float that energy to Sunspot. 21, that's a big boy. If he plays that left side, it might be a little tough. If we go with that, that's the only play we can do. We're going to have to hope this can kind of hold down the fort, right? That red hole can really mess us up in a number of locations. Because this won't be enough. That won't be enough. We're going to have to hope this is enough by these gaining power. And then, yeah, this is going to be dicey. Sunspot's going to be floated the power. We'll see what happens here. He does play into that. We are going to lose a little bit of our Sasquatch viability. He goes White Widow there. Okay, nice. Well, we won still. We had to just kind of detect where he was going to play what. And definitely don't mind the sweet dubs.
Victory.
Gilgamesh, you did so much here, buddy. Ooh, we have Athena Gamer. Okay. We play Invisible Woman to get turn 2 rolling. Rickety Bridge is a bit of a bummer, but we can commit to it later. I love the Sage play here. We'll go with that. Elsa. Ironlet's tempting, but probably not good enough. I like Patriot here. And we're going to roll with that for now. We're going to hope to God he does that on Rickety Bridge. We do have our Brood now. We have our Mockingbird. Still no Ultron for what it's worth. Let's go. We gotta live a little, guys. I think we're gonna go Iron Lad. We're gonna probably thoroughly regret this. Okay. No big deal.
All systems go.
Might know exactly what we're trying to do. Ooh. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is actually kind of cracked. If we go with this, into this, we've got a shot. It's not a great shot, but we got a shot. Let's just see. Let's just see what we can do. They changed that location. We just need to win the 20. They go vision middle. I think we're so fine with this. It's gonna be a little close. This is the big one right here. Oh boy.
No strings on me.
The old Iron Lad Ultron for the dubs. Absolute massive. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous. We were gonna be fine left side anyway, but we're even better now. All right, good stuff. We won all 3 lanes.
Victory.
Purely calculated. Purely calculated. Also, screw this guy. All right, we got Cloning Vats, Squirrel Girl. We got Gilgamesh, Ultron, Mockingbird. Kind of everything we want. I would love to get an Invisible Woman here. We're going to pretty much try to get a bunch of our ongoing boosting cards. Blue Marvel, Patriot. Play them into Cloning Vats. If not, we're going to have to figure something else out. And he's going to copy Nico right off the rip. Daily Bugle gives him one of our win conditions.
This just in.
And we get his Squirrel. Wow, what a fair trade. That's a big bummer. We're getting tight on cards, too. Going to want to play these down pretty soon, but not yet. We got the other Nico coming up. Interesting. And Pet Mansion. Yeah, we'll go Patriot now. Whatever he plays, he's going to have to destroy. So he was going to want to play in Cloning Vats. He's not going to be able to do that anymore, which is kind of nice. It's the Squirrels. He kills that, gets draw 2. There's our Patriots. If he copied our Mockingbird, we're in a heap of trouble. All right. Well. Not exactly fantastic. We have a couple of cool play lines. We're going to go Squirrel here in the middle into... I don't know if I want to go into Wasp here. We could do double Squirrels here, which is kind of wild, but we have the Ultron. So 1 Squirrel into Sage is probably our best play line here. The Squirrels is going to be 3. We have a 1 Squirrel. We have a 4 Nico. Sage is going to get a nice power point. -3 Hood at that. Crazy he plays that there, though. Unless this is just an... Okay, all right. So he's going to Carnage. Huge profit here with the Sage. Well, bam. And we get a copy of that. Beautiful. Sage is so good. And we have Blue Marvel into Gilgamesh, too. I think this is where we snap. For sure. The only problem is Blue Marvel... Yeah.
Snap.
There's a lot of play lines we can do here. We could Blarvel now. We can Wasp into Blarvel, which is right here. And then we can, like, do Sage and stuff later. Do we have so many... This is another classic. Like, I don't even think I'm going to want a Gilgamesh. Right? Because we're going to want to... I would probably just want to Sage Mockingbird here. So let's go Sage... Or Mockingbird there, Sage here. And call it at that. This is going to be what I like to call a forced Gilgamesh play. Most likely. Hood. Demon. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about left side. I mean, I don't know, dude. We're not playing Gilgamesh here. Like, I guess, like, you know, we could do a couple, we could do this into, sorry, we could do the Squirrels into Wasp here, into Gilgamesh or whatever. And then we, you know, we have a pretty big Gilgamesh here, but we have a 18 power Sage. So, you know, why would we do that when we could just play this? And then we will play the Squirrels now, although I think we'll go with this and call it there. Probably wasn't even the right play. Don't really care. We're not losing this. He wasn't the Gilgamesh, but in this particular matchup, there's just no point to Gilgamesh there. All right, he's going to destroy our whole right side. Kind of a good play on him, right? You know, if we didn't have a 28 power Sage. Yeah, so if anything, this is telling you to get Sage because she's crazy.
Victory.
No Gilgamesh play. You guys could have seen he would have had a big power point. In fact, he probably would have just won. He would have won just fine. But we, in that case, had an easier play in Sage.